Welcome to Touched and Empowered, a show created to empower individuals to value their lives by hosting think tank discussions that will inspire positive action. Touched and Empowered with Katie and Ace starts now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Touched and Empowered. Katie and I decided to do something
something completely different,
yet still similar to what we normally do.
Well, we have, I didn't count how many we were, but we have a handful of suggestions, whether they be topic suggestions or whether they be questions that have been given to us. And so we couldn't decide which one. So we're throwing them into spin the wheel.
Yep.
And whichever one comes up is what we're going to talk about.
Exactly. Plus, I came up with the idea of, all right, let's do a timer. We're going to do 5 minutes per topic.
Just because 5 minutes per topic. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it would be fun. Katie and I have had a pretty stressful week. We've been planning one of our
anticipated retreats for next year.
Yes. Business plan, business partners, collaborative partners, all of that, funding. Woohoo! All the good. So with that in mind, I was just like, let's take a break from that and play this game. So I'm going to let
All right, so I will read the prompt or ask the question,
and
you will start the timer, and then you will start the conversation from there.
Okay, let's go.
Are you ready? So first one. What belief about healing have you outgrown?
What belief about healing have I outgrown? There was a belief that I had about healing where I felt like, I guess it was more of an ignorance. I didn't realize that you really need to get it, like whatever pain that you endured through whatever hurt that you endured or whatever adversity that you endured, you have to get it out. Like you can't just bury it. And don't get me wrong, I know that you can't just bury it and keep it in your system and whatnot. But that doesn't mean you actively work on making sure it gets out before it stews for way too long and blow up, right? So I've totally outgrown the idea of be a tough person, just no crying. I'm like, no, cry, all of it, cry. Scream, do whatever you need to get it out.
Do whatever you need to get it out.
We don't want anyone exploding like a volcano. Get it out.
No, because it builds like a pressure cooker, and when one of those explodes, it is a mess. It does damage and is don't even want to think about it. Mine is, believe it or not, for the longest time I did not believe that you could heal from emotional pain. It wasn't until I started this whole journey of rediscovering who Katie was and someone introducing me to how to heal these inner emotional wounds from childhood and such, that it's like any other wound. I mean, I've had broken bones, they've healed. It never dawned on me that I could heal emotional wounds. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it takes proper quote unquote medicine or guidance to do it, but it can be done. And that was not something that I had a belief. I didn't think it could be done previously. So over the past couple of years, I've learned quite a bit about that. So that was a past belief that I had that I have overgrown or outgrown.
Beautiful. Wow, beautiful. It's really interesting. We have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Well,
let's do another one.
Okay, we'll just do another. We'll just leave that one as it is. I think that was a pretty good recap on that one. So we will remove that one from the wheel. And
No. I was like, let's do another belief that we've outgrown.
Oh, okay, we'll do another belief we've outgrown. That's okay. Another belief that I've outgrown, that you can't do it wrong.
Oh, yeah, dog affirms.
Or that there's a wrong way to do something. Because the new belief is you can't do it wrong. The previous belief was I had to follow somebody else, the path that somebody else had walked. because it worked for them. So why is it not working for me? There must be something wrong with me. So that evolved into there's no one right way to do anything. And that's one of the things that I've noticed with all the different coaching programs and course programs and business programs that all evolved post-COVID. Just because it works for one person doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody.
That's a good one. It's a very good one.
So what's your other one?
Trust someone until you can't trust them. I've totally outgrown that one. I've very much outgrown that one. I remember when I said that out loud and I was like, whoa. No, because that means you're already like, you're creating a belief or like a sabotage loop that you're basically saying you can trust this person up until the point you can't trust them. So there's a point essentially that you can't trust them. And you've just set it out into the universe. No, bad belief. Bad belief. I've learned that it is crucial to build trust. So
yes.
That is my belief. Instead of like, you just blindly trust till you can't. Don't do that. I believe that you start creating trust by being sincere.
Yes.
Saying what you mean, meaning what you say, and doing what you say when you mean it.
Yeah. And your actions do truly speak louder than words.
100%. And that's a really fun Irish proverb, by the way.
Yes.
Yay. And
yeah, I heard someone say once that your talk talks and your walk talks, but your walk talks louder than your talk talks.
I like that.
Which is like a really crazy tongue twister if you try to say it quickly, which is why I was like counting on my fingers as I was saying it, because I wanted to make sure I got it out clearly.
Say it one more time.
Your talk talks, your walk talks, and your walk talks louder than your talk talks. So your actions speak louder than words is the short version of that. But the person I hear this from, 2 seconds and they have all of that out. And I don't know how they say it without getting all over it.
Muscle memory.
Probably. Muscle memory, I'm guessing. But yeah, I heard that the other day and I was like, that's a really fun way to say actions speak louder than words.
100%. Okay. Well, the timer went off.
Timer went off. Next one. Ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready. Starting.
Permission to want more is the topic.
Yeah, I actually did discover that recently, that I know that I'm pretty lofty in what I aspire to achieve. And Katie has seen this to a nail-biting degree. But I actually did recognize that I do have those barriers to want more. For instance, in relationships, I want more out of a relationship than settling for crumbs.
Right. Reasonable.
But on an internal level, do we really believe that? Right. So
there's also the clarity as to whether just on a whole, are you giving the umbrella, I want better relationships, or are you saying specifically the attributes that you want? See, and I think that's a big difference that a lot of people, they throw out into the universe, I want to be financially secure. Well, what does that mean?
Yeah, what's the definition of that?
What's the definition of that? You have to have the clarity of these things that we want. And for me, the sentence of permission to want more, for somebody who used to believe that I could only get permission from somebody other than myself to do something. Like, for example, I would go into work sick and wait for somebody to tell me to go home because I was too sick to work, because I didn't think that I had the authority to give myself permission to stay home when I wasn't sick.
I did the same thing. I understand that.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who do that because I don't know, trained that way, had that limiting belief growing up, whatever.
Yeah.
But giving myself permission that I can have more than I currently have. I not can. I get more than I currently have.
Nice.
I get to have it. Not that I
Yeah.
can, I get to have it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's definitely something that I'm still training myself on, giving myself that permission.
You mentioned that, and it's so interesting. I actually came across a conversation this week from somebody, and they were like, he mentioned something about, I don't want to say I'm an aspiring actor because that means success is an expectation.
Right.
And I went, don't you want success? But it dawned on me that a lot of people are terrified of success just because we don't know what it is.
Right. And it's one of those that one example that I overheard, I don't remember where I heard it, but someone said something about the fact, the expectation that you work hard and you work hard and you work hard so then that way you can enjoy life when you retire.
Yeah.
Well, what if I enjoy life now?
Yeah.
And yeah, I can still work, but I can also take time off to
Mm-hmm.
do things that I love, like spend time with my family, spend time with, crocheting or doing witchcraft or magic or playing cards or whatever.
Yes, witchcraft books. Yes.
Uh,
I'm sorry. I love that.
alchemy,
Don't
whatever
piss
you want to
Katie
call
off.
it.
You got that? You got that? Give her more. Give her more. No, it's true though. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay. I'm perfectly comfortable with the fact that I threw that out there when I wasn't expecting to.
It's beautiful.
But again, permission to accept myself for who I am.
Oh.
I believe that magic is a thing. And whether that be the law of attraction or whether it be unicorn magic, it's all perspective.
It's all perspective. Yeah. It's also just faith too, right?
True.
So to allow yourself to give yourself more. I think a lot of us don't dawn on that, and we should, because the moment you notice where that barrier is, just go like 3 steps over it. See what happens. Just 3.
And not even that, just one step over is an amazing accomplishment to get past something that you used to believe was not possible.
Yeah. I didn't think I could model.
Well, there you go. You've done a lot of it.
Apparently.
I've seen lots of photos and video clips and stuff on social media of you modeling. So
Just 3 steps over, folks, and then you just keep going. And with that, where are you, Timer? Oh, it went off, and I didn't even know.
Oh, you didn't hear it. Okay.
Next one.
Next one. Okay. Why not?
Why not?
Ooh, this is going to be a fun topic. Spring clean your energy.
Mm.
You don't sound very excited about that one.
All right, I'm going to press start now.
Okay, press start on this one. Okay, so clarity, what does it mean to spring clean your energy?
You could start by that. Just groan.
Okay. Just groan, release, let go.
Yeah.
Even if it's just stretching,
Mm-hmm.
moving your body, taking a deep breath. Because we all sometimes get stuck in our emotions. We get stuck in the energy around us internally or externally. And there are things that, for me, there are things that I can do to help spring clean that. It's really easy to spring clean the energy externally, because it's as easy as sometimes just cleaning the house.
Sure.
Or start small, clean your car.
Yeah, or dust off whatever hasn't been dusted off.
Yeah, pick a corner. You don't even have to pick a whole room. Just start in one corner. Start with one shelf.
And
because, with chaos and overwhelm that just happens in our worlds, I would sometimes get so overwhelmed that I felt like I could not control anything. I wasn't even sure I could control my breathing. I was so overwhelmed. And one of my friends came over, saw what state I was in, and said, okay, we are going to create one space where you have 100% control. And I looked around my house and I'm like, there's no way I have one space of 100% control of this house. There's too much space for one person. I have chaos everywhere. I didn't even know where to start. They cleaned out my car. They cleaned and organized my trunk. They cleaned out, vacuumed my car, wiped everything down. And they're like, huh?
Did they find the fry in like the console in the middle?
No, but they did find fries in the back seat from the last time Austin sat back there and ate French fries in the car.
Yes.
I mean, gum. I mean, we're talking. I don't know how long it had been since I had like the inside of my car cleaned. But yeah, so I had one space that was. If things got too overwhelming and crazy in the house, I would get in my car and I would just drive for an hour.
That makes sense. I would do the same. And to be fair, it's like, so whatever your space is like is what your mind is like. Unfortunately, it's such a truth, and it kind of sucks to be.
I'm looking around my house and I'm like, oh God, my brain is a mess right now.
Well, yeah, no, so I remember there was a time when my mind was just so beautifully clear. Like every day I would wake up, clean, go into work, do whatever I needed to do. But then the times hit. I mean, life hits.
Yeah.
And it's not that way anymore. You get a dog, it really isn't that way anymore. And essentially, once I kind of figured that out, I was like, all right, well, there are parts of my apartment very similarly where I'm like, okay, I can clean here. Okay, I can clean here. I can get rid of all this junk that's in my closet, because apparently all that junk is still stuff that is still in the back of my head. And it was interesting because there was a time when whenever you're getting over like breakups or the ending of some type of friendship or relationship, what ends up happening, ever notice you for whatever reason you don't want to touch the stuff that they gave you? Like, you can't help it, you just don't want to touch it. But it gets to a point where your mind goes, I gotta touch it, I just gotta get it out of here. And when you do, you feel a lot better.
True. And it's amazing as to, even if it's just start with something small. If you don't have to go through and do one of the things I did, which was take everything in the closet and throw it out.
Oh, yeah.
But in my case, it was, 3 weeks later, I was like, where the hell is the shirt that I need for this business meeting? And I had thrown it out because I was angry clearing. I was rage cleaning, for lack of a better description.
To be fair, rage cleaning is very productive.
It is very productive, but you need to have at least a little bit of organization when you do it. Otherwise, you accidentally throw out things that you might regret later on. Now, granted, that was fine because I went out and I got a new shirt and I like this one better. It fits better. So in the long run, I was okay with it. But, when that happened, I was like, why can't I find... There's been so many things that I'm like, I know it's somewhere in this house and I can't find it. And I'm thinking it's stuff that I donated last year. And I'm like, oh, well, snap. I don't have this book anymore to send to somebody. I don't have this thing I promised to mail to my sister. I don't. Oh,
Where did that go?
Well, you know what? I guess I didn't really need it.
Nah.
But then the fun thing is that my house will give me things that I need without me having to go out and buy them.
That's a benefit. That's
a wonderful benefit too, with the whole cleaning up your energy.
Yeah, you'll find the stuff that you need.
You'll find stuff that you need.
My mom and I remember we were chanting together, and we were chanting for money because we needed money for something. And she she like afterwards she went to go, something told her to go clean the corner of the kitchen, and then she found all these bonds that she was like, wow, asking you shall receive. I'm like, your house does that. It
Yeah.
does. So
It really does.
yeah, you just never know. Like being appreciative actually helps clear energy really fast. And it's weird. It's like this, it's like the magical wand. Once you're appreciative, it just cleans whatever. Like you just on a subconscious level need to clean your place. It's like very interesting. So with that, the timer went off. What is the next one?
Next one. Okay. Next one is. Ooh. This is going to be a fun one.
Go for it.
What would your 10 years from now self thank you for today?
Thanks for busting your ass. I already know it. I know it was tough and you went through so much and there was a lot of stress, but thank you for still busting your butt. Oh, I hope I'm not.
Yes, and I'm going to say yes, and because, well, you know what? I can't say that I would thank my 10 years ago. If I was talking to 35-year-old me, I would thank myself for busting my butt then. I don't think that would be true. So I don't think that's what I would say to, because currently 45. So I don't think 55-year-old Katie, I don't think would say that to 45-year-old Katie.
Okay.
I think it would probably be something along the lines of thank you for choosing to invest more time in your relationships.
That's beautiful.
Because that's what I'm starting to do now is reconnect with people from high school, from people I worked with at past jobs that, oh, look, I still have this person's phone number in my phone. Let me just send them a message, see if they want to reconnect. Because I know a lot of, myself included, a lot of people, COVID hit, we all had to self-isolate. We stopped communicating with a lot of people because we were all focused on our own little bubble we were living in. And yes, we're now 5 years past COVID shutting everything down, but we have to relearn that. Some people were able to bounce back really, really quick. And I'm, grateful that they were able to do that and impressed that they were able to do that. Me, not so much. I am slowly learning to recommunicate face to face with people.
I see.
So building those, working on building and strengthening the relationships that I already have that I want to keep, letting go of the relationships that no longer serve me, and building and creating new relationships now.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. See, it's really good to like, in Buddhism, we call it the treasures of the heart. They're like the most important treasures. Like there's 3 different types. So there's the treasures of the heart, the treasures of the storehouse, which is like, material stuff. And then the treasures of the body, which is like pretty much your health. Right. And we believe the treasures of the heart are the most important. So that's beautiful. Cause like, whew, yeah, I'm like thinking about 10 years from me self. I might still look the same. It'll be very interesting. But
of course, we still look the exact same we do now.
Yeah, most likely, especially with the amount of NAD plus I've taken. But I think also just another thing would be thank you for dealing with the harder stuff in your 30s and 20s.
Yeah.
Because I did experience what it was like to almost need to like replace a hip. And that, and I'm glad that that's over with right now.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can go back to and thank my teenage self for breaking my femur.
Oh yes. Yeah.
I broke my femur in high school. So I relearned how to walk.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very grateful for that because I know that if I can overcome that, I can pretty much overcome any other broken bone in my body.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Oh, last one, very last one. Thanks for getting over for getting over your limerence issue. Thank you so
Ooh.
much. Because wow, did we need that? So just to give everybody an idea of what limerence is, it's actually a form of addiction. And like this is what we call why there's such a thing called serial daters or monogamists. Right. So you get off on the high of being in a relationship, but because you're still in the rose-colored glasses, and then you continue to fight to stay there, you never really actually grow. And then you basically you're addicted to the high of what do you call it, of the air quotes good in a relationship without really understanding how it could be toxic. So
yeah, the quote unquote first love is what I remember it being called.
Exactly. And then learning how to make sure that you don't. So in limerence, you're basically finding what your parents didn't give you in a relationship with them or how they nurtured you in a partner.
Yeah, which is why there are statements along the lines as you marry your father or you marry your mom.
Right.
It's not that you really are, it's just your partner has those traits because that's what you're used to.
Exactly. And then what you actually should do to avoid this, the bell.
Yep.
What you should do to avoid this at the bell is to see where the areas of love that people gave you that you depended on, and realize how you can give it to yourself and sustain that. So for instance, this person didn't, my parents, I'm not going to give my own example. I'll say somebody else's. My air quotes said parents didn't give this person the loving affirmations that they needed.
Okay.
So now you can find them for yourself and put them in a recording and listen to them every day. Therefore, fundamentally believing in yourself where you felt like your parents didn't.
Which is another great way to heal.
Absolutely.
So we'll be up for one more.
We are up for one more. Let's do it.
Up for one more. Okay. Spinning the wheel. And dun, 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 dun. The moment that changed everything. Share a defining experience that shaped your path, your perspectives, and how it still echoes today. I love that look. I love that look on your face.
Please describe the look on my face to the viewers.
It looks like I just opened up a big old can of worms and you don't know which one to start with.
There's three. There's three. All three lids popped off. Like, hey, remember us?
Yeah. This is a good one for us to end on today.
Yeah, all three of them were not good. They were, but then they were pivotal. So
right.
Well, I think one of them was a really awful relationship that I got that I broke up with, which was actually a good thing. And that was during the pandemic. I was like kicked out of the apartment. I didn't have a place to stay during the pandemic.
Wow.
Like in the early days. But I did have two couches I could go to. I was still pissed off that I was getting kicked out of the place after I actually ended a lease on another place that I already had to be with this said person. Ooh. And then they decided to do that. And once they did, I was like, wow, I have like so many issues with trust that I need to recover from when it comes to control and whatnot. I'm like, to this day, I'm like, you want to pay for me? And I feel all the trauma come out. But that was a pivotal moment because it actually made me dig deeper in my own like faith and my own like, spiritual practices, my own discipline. I knew who I could trust more than ever in regards to support. And I did end up with like $12,000, a better place.
Wow.
And then also almost like a redirection as to where to put my energy. So like less of the feeling of like, it kind of felt like stagnation where I was just like sitting there with somebody while I was developing a company, but not putting as much energy as I normally would, to full throttle. Like I spoke in front of 15,000 people. I wrote, I was published in 4 books that year. Started a coaching career. Like it all was just like bam. Went, oh, okay, well, thanks.
which is a big one.
Yeah.
One of the ones for me was actually back when I had my broken leg. The youth group that I was a part of took a trip to Harper's Ferry. And so there was supposed to be a lot of hiking activities, and one of them was supposed to go up to, I think it was called Jefferson Rock. So everyone's going up the trail, and here I am going slowly on a pair of crutches. My friends come back down the trail to help support me to get up there so I would not be left behind. And I got to be up there. I got to sit up there. We did a group prayer/meditation thing from what I remember. And the person who was leading the activity had us all write a letter to ourselves about what it was like to experience that. And then we handed the letters over, and 5 years later, they mailed it to me.
Aww.
And just having that letter from that perspective, it wasn't even, doing the climbing on the rock with crutches is something I will always remember, but I remember the letter more because the letter talked about how I was able to overcome limitations because of friends, because of community, this sense of strength, this idea that I was not alone. And that's something that we forget sometimes. We tend to remember the negative events in our past and don't really remember the positive events of our past. And I really think that's what this prompt is reminding us of, is either A, we take the negative and, we were touched by something and chose to be empowered by it, but giving ourselves the reminders as to what we've already overcome is something that I think is important. And I know that there are email services. Yes, I know. I hear the alarm going off.
It was a reaffirmation. Total reaffirmation.
Total reaffirmation.
Yeah, it's an alarm.
but I believe one of them is called Future Me. But you can set up to like schedule an email to be sent to you in 6 months, a year, or something like that. And it's, if something wonderful happens, use a service like that and type yourself up an email. So then when 6 months, 9 months, a year down the road, something else is going on, you get this reminder as to, wow, look what I accomplished. It's just a nice little boost.
100%. Shoot, I should do that. I was like literally, it was so funny because I was filling out this survey for our retreat, and there was like a section about our credentials.
Yep.
And I don't know if Katie saw this already, but
nope,
I literally copied. Good, I'm glad, because I copy pasted from a resume that I made like I think maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and at the bottom of it, I literally say, because I know Katie's going to read this, please don't use all of this. I literally just copy pasted it from a resume. Whatever we need, just use it. Like that. Yeah. Yeah, you never know.
you never know. And so that'll be fun when I go back and look at those surveys for the people who are helping brainstorm and provide us information for this future retreat we're talking about.
Yeah. I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited. And I think on that note, we did the full 30 minutes.
Something I'm sure that, well, we did a lot of them, and we did go over the timer a handful of times too.
This is true, but those are like probably the fun facts, folks. What we just did right there is called marketing. We're gonna be able to cut up every we're gonna be able to cut up every single snippet of 5 minutes and use it on Reels now. I didn't even know we were gonna do that till now.
Oh. And on that note, thank you everyone for listening to us. We love you guys. See you next time.
Thank you for joining us. We hope that the discussion today will inspire you to take positive action in your life. Until next week, be empowered.